And we're back. So, just to catch everyone up on where we stand from last time, we protected the Empress and her daughter from some assassins after getting back from a long overseas trip and learning that the dickheads in the rest of the Isles want to blockade this one to see if the plague kills everyone. But then, after we succeeded against some assassins, an assassin turned up who could basically use magic and managed to paralyze us, kill the Empress, and kidnap her daughter. We took the fall, and so we were carted off to prison. That was about 6 months ago. Subsequently, we were busted out, and now we're here at the Pound Pit pub, essentially rubbing shoulders with some conspirators who want to have... Basically, they want to find Emily and put her on the throne rather than the regent/dictator/ex-spy master who used to be doing that whole thing. So yeah, that is where things stand at the moment. And we also got given magic powers last night while we were sleeping by the Outsider, who is basically a mix between a Daedric prince, god, and some other divine thingamawatsit with a lot of power, who just thought it'd be interesting to fuck with everyone, is how I look at it. But we're up now, and our fellow conspirators are waiting in here to give us our first mission. So let's not waste any time, eh?
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination is dark business, but sometimes good men have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight,
I like
Overseer
this
Campbell
plan.
dies by
I
your
like
hand.
it a lot.
It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers, an army of religious zealots. But if anyone can do it, you can. Your exploits are legendary. Campbell carries a private journal. Once you've eliminated him, get the journal, because we think it contains Emily's location. Recovering her is obviously critical, assuming she's alive. That's the gist of it. Remember our cause and strike true. We're counting on you. Another thing. Campbell is holding a former overseer by the name of Martin. He's one of us, and if you manage to find him, give him whatever help you can. He's a master strategist, and he got caught working for our cause. It'd be good to have him back here at the Hound Pits.
Marvin, okay, I'll get on that. Now, as you can probably see there, we have the objective markers on, and some people are, no doubt, wondering why. Basically, I messed around a little with having objective markers off, and just in general, I find the levels are a lot too open-ended and free-form for me to know where I'm supposed to be going without the objective markers. If the game had a map system or something that I could look at to see where I am in relation to everything else, I could have them off, but as it is, that's just not going to work, so I have them back on. Anyways, this lady wants a word.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. before you became an assassin.
I'm technically not an assassin yet. I haven't done any assassinating. But yeah, we got a little sub-objective. Protect her uncle from getting poisonated by our favorite asshole overseer, because it's basically a given, from what I can tell at this point. Nobody likes Campbell, and nobody enjoys his company. So everyone will thank us for murdering his face.
Just
Let's get
wondering,
down
sir,
to
if you
it.
thought about perhaps seeing Piero before venturing into the Overseer's nest? I'd recommend going with the best gear you can get together.
Oh, I figured he wasn't in that place he usually hangs out in. I didn't see Piero around, but... maybe he actually is, I don't know. Where is he? Then, because we talked to him last night, to be sure, but he doesn't seem to be around here anymore. What's up with the star chart, other than it being free money, I mean? I'd love to know, but maybe it is just free money. Who knows? Who bloody knows? Oh, he's just up here. That would have been embarrassing to miss. Hey, Piero.
What can I do for you?
You can sell me some of your shit. We've got all the sleep bolts we can really hold right now, though. And I could buy a rune if I had enough money, but I'm not going to. There are, however, a couple of upgrades that we could do with that would make our life a little bit easier. A lot of these ones are pretty expensive for stuff. We could get crossbow range or accuracy and stuff, but a lot of these are kind of pricey, and I don't want to spend all of my money if I don't have to. Let's see here. We could up our bolt capacity. That would help, since I'm going to be using primarily sleep bolts, and we can only carry 10 of those right now, so that would be nice. Grenade capacity, bullet capacity, and spring razor capacity we're going to ignore. I will get bone charm capacity at some point, because I do believe that in order to level up our ability to blink, we need to have 4 bone charms, and I can currently only carry 2, which this would fix. But what I'm going to get is mask optics, ability to magnify our view. And that'll be all, I think. Yeah, that'll do us. And my reasoning for wanting that is that being able to zoom in like that is going to be quite useful when I'm planning my approach, because I can check out guard patrols from a distance and see which way they're going, and just make a decision from there rather than having to wing it from up close.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
Yeah, let's go. We've got a sanctimonious asshole to murder, so take me to the distillery district, please. And on with the mask. Time to be a murderous badass. Because of course it is. High Overseer Campbell leads the city's militant religious faction and is a close ally to the Lord Regent. Campbell is completely corrupt and holds the secret to Emily's location. Infiltrate the office of the High Overseer, steal Campbell's journal, and eliminate him. An ally to the Loyalists, Martin, is being held there. Free him and allow him to escape. And also, we have to free up what's-her-face, that girl's uncle. Or make sure he doesn't die, rather, while we're here.
Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy. Half the city's dead of the plague. The other half's fighting over what's left.
Charming.
City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. A man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. And there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts.
Granny Rags.
Just take your pick.
Interesting. Very interesting. First, gonna drop a save, just in case things go wrong, and because I am very paranoid.
Let's go. It's nearly midnight. But easy, damn it. Keep them in the boat. Canal's got enough shit in it as it is.
Yeah, and that's our spy class. Zoom in.
2, 3, heave!
So we can have a look at what's going on. A couple of assholes tossing corpses over the edge. Of course.
Good. Keep them coming.
Why wouldn't they be?
Hey!
What is it?
I think that last one was moving.
What?
Yeah, the little one.
Not possible. I inspected them myself. Keep working.
Yeah,
Well, he ain't
whatever.
moving no more.
You're an idiot. And I don't think either of you are very nice people. Oh well. There's a guard over there.
Nasty furry filth.
Choke his ass out.
1, 2, 3, heave!
And I think back here is a nice corner with no one in it for them to hang out in. I would say so, wouldn't you?
This whole place has gone to the hounds.
1, 2, 3,
Nasty rat. Get away.
Now,
Pass me by. All the others.
Attention Dunwall citizens.
over
This is a
this
special
way.
announcement from our honorable Lord Regent.
City's dead.
This is the
on.
Lord Regent speaking.
3 more months.
It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through the month of harvest and potentially beyond.
Oh,
In
his
addition,
term has been extended, has
the
it?
overseers of the Abbey
How
of the Everhand remain in
convenient.
service to the state
That
and are
it just so
empowered
happens
to enforce order whenever
been
and wherever
extended.
necessary.
I'm sure there's nothing malicious about that. Certainly not. Who would ever think that, right? Something malicious about the Lord Regent's term being extended? I mean, it's not like he had someone killed to get this position or anything. What nonsense is that, really?
Discipline. City Watch owns these streets. That's not gonna change. The oil in these things doesn't last long enough. These things burn out faster than shit. Well, is it on? What's it look like?
Okay.
Blow off, Hayburn. Go on. Toss the damn rat already.
They're busy fucking around, so I'll just stay back here. For the time being. It's just around here. It's the thing we want. Come
Let me know
on.
if you want to gamble on the hounds again. The oil in these things doesn't last long enough.
Okay. This guy's coming around. Now.
These things burn out faster than shit.
Okay. He ain't doing anything. Over this way then. Come on. Okay. Now let's get ourselves up here. And then up here. And up there. Because there is a slight problem that I don't really have a way around. There's one of those charms over in that thing that I'd like to get. Unfortunately, I don't believe I'd be successful in getting it without being seen and therefore caught, so I'm not going to try. Alright. Yeah, looking down here. And through to the square. Overseer's office, eh? Interesting place to pop out. Speak with Overseer Martin. Take the blackmail journal.
I hear the second day is when the skin really starts to come all the way off.
Oh.
Is that true?
What do you know?
Or is it the itching?
It's
that
just
really
the
gets
one
you?
asshole all
Or the
alone.
rats?
I think you know what happens. Choke, 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 choke. Hello, Marty. I've been looking
What a
for
sight
you.
you are in that mask. I know who you are and what you're here to do, and I can help.
Great. Now, how do I
Unlock you and
unshackle
I'll buy you a
you?
drink in a couple of days. By the void, I'll buy you 100 drinks.
Okay.
Poor circulation. and I
How-
seem to have forgotten my
Oh.
necklace, so
It's the lever. I thought I did something with the shackles.
feels good to
My
stand
bad.
up straight. Thank you, Corbin.
No problem. The Overseer's an
What you're here to
asshole
do
anyways.
tonight is of the highest importance. We've got to find Emily. So kill Campbell and make it quick. Once it's done,
Okay.
search his body for the journal, his notorious black book, and get out of there. Campbell is meeting with a guard named Kernow, and word from my informant is that Campbell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. All right, I won't be of any
Well,
help
I'd
here,
also
so
like to
I'll make my
save
own
his
way back to the
ass,
Hound Pit.
so...
If I see Samuel the
Yeah.
boatman, I'll tell him to pick you up in the backyard, behind the office of the High Overseer.
Okay.
May all the
Good
spirits
place
guide
as
you
any.
and their enemy's head hit the floor without you taking a scratch.
That is such an awesome saying. It really is just so badass. Now, get me up
The
here.
archive about the heretic's brand. It sounds painful. Have you ever seen the ritual?
I've never seen the heretic's brand used.
Oof, that
It's a
hurt.
rare occurrence. But I did spy the face of one so branded. A former member of our order, of course. Out on a retreat, we passed through a fishing town and saw him begging.
What were his crimes?
Who can say? The brand is reserved for an overseer, or even the High Overseer himself, who violates our codes and must be cast out permanently. Remember the 7 strictures, and you never need worry about such matters.
I will, brother.
Heretic's brand. That might be
Things are bad.
another
Could the city get
way
any worse? Indeed, I believe
to
so.
deal with the High Overseer. If, for whatever reason, I don't feel like killing him. And also, I just feel like being a bit more creative with my means of disposal. It's an option for that. And I am seriously considering it. Okay. Decent. Nice to start from.
Should we gather for whiskey and
Turn
cigars tonight?
around.
Indeed, I believe so.
So. That fellow.
Guard!
Okay, that was bloody close. Was. Now, what's this? Wayland, Captain Kerno and his retinue will be here this evening. See that they are allowed through the checkpoint without incident. I would like him in a fair mood when I have drinks in the meeting chamber. Also be prepared to defend the checkpoint from the inside should things go awry with negotiations. Not that I expect they should, but I want your overseers prepared in case Kerno and his men live up to the City Watch's reputation. High Overseer Campbell. What reputation is that? Not being able to be bribed? Strikes me as a fairly good reputation, honestly, but these assholes probably don't think so. Anyways, let's leave this body in a dark corner where it will have less chance of being found.
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night? Never doubt it.
Okay. Now this is the only way through. We've got company out there, though. Gotta wait on that guy to turn around. Okay. Turn around he has. Into Holger Square. Now, there's another guy over there who will no doubt cause us problems.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse?
Yes, of course.
This guy knows how it is. Whenever you ask if things could get worse, the answer is always yes. So just take that as a given that things can always get worse.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse?
Never doubt it.
Okay. Drop a save. Now. Come on. brand. I'm afraid I simply have to know how it works. After all, if we're going to be branding the High Overseer, we can't not know how to brand people.
I don't see Campbell's journal anywhere, brother. This is folly, I tell you. If he catches us in here...
I've told you 100 times.
Secret
Campbell's
chamber.
upstairs meeting with the captain of the watch. He'll be busy for hours. Now keep looking.
And I've told you 100 times, Archer, that I am certain he keeps the Black Book on his person at all times. We went to the trouble of breaking into Campbell's sanctum for nothing.
Shh, listen. What was that?
You can stay and find out, but not...
Interesting. So, if we'd forgotten that he kept it on his person all the time, which I'll note I had not forgotten, if we had, that would have been a helpful reminder, which is rather nice. Rather nice indeed, Zeus. Okay. There's a guard.
For the outsider himself.
Okay, we're in. Fortunately, ended up having to kill that guy. Which is not the best, but... I think we can deal with one murder. After all, I never said I would never kill anybody. I said I would try to minimize the number of people I killed. Which is quite different, in my estimation, from never killing a single person. But we're in the actual building now. So, my next objective, I think, is going to be to find this brand. These instructions for branding people. And then we'll see if perhaps we want to do that to Campbell himself. Dump that body there. It's not exactly out of the way, but it's good enough, I suppose. Should be in this direction. Okay, okay. Got a guard here.
Did you get caught in the lockdown last night?
No, there's too many for me to take that guy right there.
And nothing to eat but the swill we hand out free. Of course we didn't find anything.
Did I ever tell you? One time one of the second floor shutters got stuck open, and I thought I could slip out. I couldn't find a way down. By the time I got back, it had snapped shut. I spent the rest of lockdown out on a ledge.
Maybe the outsider was watching.
Shutter open. Interesting. That might be a way for us to get down quickly after the fact, since we have Blink at our disposal. No, you're nice and unconscious. But we need to move you. I can't have anyone coming across this guy. So dump him over here with the other one. The dead one. You, my friend, are also coming along for the ride, I think.
I trust you. I hear the watch is having trouble holding the signs.
Wait.
Children playing games, that's all.
Good, good. And your leader's Callista, isn't it? I'm very concerned about her.
She'll be found. My men are searching district by
What do I do here? We could switch the poison. Or spill the glasses if we want to save Kerno. I'm going to spill the glasses. I still have to get those branding instructions. And I wouldn't have had time to do that and get back first, I don't think.
Back to the beach.
Okay, here's our instructions. On branding heretics. The heretic brand is reserved for those overseers who have committed heinous acts against the order but have not broken codes that would otherwise result in execution. No contact, aid, or shelter can be given to one bearing the brand. That person is forevermore unwelcome to the Abbey and its affiliates. When used, the brand is applied to the forehead so all can see the sin of the recipient. A chemical compound acts immediately, scarring the heretic for the remainder of life. The interrogation room here at the office of the High Overseer stands ready for branding ritual should the need arise. The recipient must be strapped into the interrogation chair and restrained as the brand is applied. The heretic brand itself is to be stored in the same room. Nice.
It was Martin's plot to break him out of Coldridge Prison. That's clear enough. But why
Okay. Well, now that we have that,
The servants must have been in here.
I'm going to wait up here.
Not that one.
And our dear overseer is going
Men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other
to be
entertained.
getting himself branded as a heretic, I'm
I don't
afraid.
understand how this got so unpleasant.
He's not going to enjoy this.
Will you have wine?
I'm so sorry.
Bread?
Thank you.
What on who's been in here? I owe you an apology, Captain. This is hardly the hospitality I planned for you. Well, time to do this the hard way.
What was that, Campbell?
Well, time to do this the hard way.
What was that, Campbell?
Never mind. It's a stroke of luck for you, Captain. I'm forced to break out the real vintage. Leave the men here. But we'll have to share with all of them.
Very well, Campbell. As long as we get this little dispute settled.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait until we get down to the wherever they're going before I kill the overseer or knock him the hell out, because otherwise Kerno is going to trigger the alarm. Is my main problem. And who's looking for me? I'm guessing that someone found the bodies or something to that effect. is what's going on at the moment. That would be my guess, but who knows? Oh.
Who are you?
Okay. And I'll have that journal. And the High Overseer. There we go. Actually, Colonel. Apparently, this doesn't count as a safe place, which is dumb. Or does it? Apparently not. Not quite sure how that works, really. I have to admit, I'm rather tempted by the prospect of simply branding the High Overseer rather than killing him. However, that's proven to be a rather difficult thing for me to pull off in the past, so I'm going to stick with the tried and true. He's nice and dead. So now we should be good, and Kurno is unconscious down there, so you shouldn't see any problems.
Whiskey and cigars tonight?
Indeed, I believe so.
We'll simply take ourselves out to the boatman, I would say. Go through to the backyard. We're nice and finished here. The High Overseer is dead. Even if Corvo was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to go the poetic justice route and brand the leader of the heretics as a heretic himself.
Die! Where'd he go? Someone get over here! Get behind him!
Now the rats can fight over your guts.
I could have done without being murdered by giant dogs on the way out. Or were those rats? I honestly cannot tell. They look so similar now. They really do. In any case, I will take the high ground approach on this particular attempt at extricating myself. And we're out with no problems at all. Or we will be once I've finished getting myself down this chain.
Hey, Corvo.
Yeah, it's me.
It's Samuel. I'm here.
That's GTFO, Samuel. I've had enough of this place.
Campbell lived a pretty posh life. Maybe it's not my place to say, but men of the faith shouldn't live like barons. Are you ready to go?
Oh yeah, get me back to the pub.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, well, that's one tyrannical jackass down. We only killed 2 people during that. Still pretty low chaos. But 3 of our bodies were found. We didn't find much in the way of coin. Honestly, I wasn't really looking that time around. It was more about finish the mission, get back. Which may bite me in the ass when it comes to upgrades, admittedly, but that's how I was playing it. Overseer's been undone, Martin's on his way to join the Loyalists, and Campbell's fate has thrown the Overseers into disarray. Encoding his journal may reveal a number of strategic secrets, most notably the location of the rightful heir to the throne, Emily Caldwin, who, to Corvo, is a bit more than just the heir to the throne. And if you played the second game, you'll know what I'm getting at. But I'm not going to spoil it.
Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate you.
And let's see if we manage to successfully rescue Kerno or not. Yes, I'm not too clear on that one.
My uncle's been killed, hasn't he? I know he never came back from the meeting with High Overseer Campbell. I don't know why I expected anything else.
What? I mean, sure he wasn't in a safe area, but he was unconscious and everything. I figured that'd be fine.
They're all corrupt. If this is going to work,
Shows what I know. That's the first time in the 2 or 3 playthroughs I've done in this game that Kerno has actually been killed.
And we must find a girl.
I usually take them out with the poison method,
Who knows what her
so
mind is like being there when her mother was killed.
this was a new approach. So things turned out a little differently, which is interesting.
In any case, we won't get the Lord. You did it! Somehow you took down the High Overseer Campbell against the odds. I knew you were our man, Corvo. With Campbell gone, we've hurt the Lord Regent immeasurably. And with Martin back, we'll have the finest strategist alive.
The Lord Regent must be shitting himself in Dunwall Tower.
Yes,
Or at the very
and Campbell's
least,
journal.
getting very, very nervous.
Our hope is that in these encoded pages, the location and condition of Emily Caldwin can be discovered. Our entire movement will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne.
That is one big-ass pistol.
We must act fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding Emily somewhere, waiting to reveal her, to step out as the hero and further cement his regency.
If he doesn't bring the young lady forth soon, there will be infighting among the nobles as to who should succeed the Empress.
Yes, time is against us. But now you should take a well-earned rest, Corvo. We will decipher the contents of the High Overseer's journal and share them with you later.
Alright. Yeah, some sleep sounds good. I could do with the rest, certainly. So let's go collapse for a while, and then wake up the next day. Learn about Weepers. Why do I not like the sound of that word? Weeper. Weeper. It doesn't sound like an especially nice type of thing, does it? Definitely not. But, time to learn about them, apparently.
You're lucky I keep you on.
Lucky? This place would fall apart in 10 minutes without
It is every citizen's duty to report treasonous speech and action. The state
Propaganda broadcasts. You gotta love them.
Very well.
Aren't they just
You're lucky
great?
I found them before the Admiral did.
Anyways, let's get chatted to about Weepers for a second. Cutscene time, everyone.
Hello, Corvo.
Or interactive
Martin
dialogue, rather.
Shortly. I hate to start your day with such a strange matter, but the servants heard something last night, moving through the storm drains beneath the building. Most likely a Weeper, the poor bastard.
The hell's a Weeper?
There's no hope for them once the plague gets that far along. Nothing more than a shuffling corpse full of sickness and insects, if you ask me. I'd appreciate you investigating, just to be sure it's not a nosy guardsman that's getting too close. Here's a key to the hatches. I'd send a servant down there, but they'd die of fear on the spot, I'm afraid. Maybe Piero can concoct some sort of sleep poison for your crossbow if you want to go that route.
Okay. Weepers. Down into the sewers we go, then. And yes, it's literally called Weeper area. How lovely. How utterly, utterly lovely. And I think we'll honestly probably just shoot them because it doesn't sound like there's any cure for this, so maybe better just put them out of their misery, quite frankly. At least that's how I look at it. There they go. Time to get out again. Let's hope that doesn't hurt us too badly. I'm honestly not sure if killing Weepers counts against our overall chaos rating in the game. Because usually I don't kill them. I decided to make an exception in this case. For some reason.
You went down there in the sewers? I thought I heard a Weeper in there earlier. You're probably the bravest man I've ever met. Overseer Martin has
And
arrived.
probably also the craziest.
He's with Admiral Havelock now.
This is
We wanna
Corvo,
talk to you.
after all. You just know he's batshit insane, right? But anyways, on to the next matter at
Corvo.
hand.
I trust you remember Martin, an overseer before, and perhaps again someday soon.
I owe you thanks for my rescue.
Indeed, you've given us a glimmer of hope, Corvo. Because we've gotten what we wanted from Campbell's journal. You've done it. We know where Emily Caldwin is being held.
The Golden Cat, of all places. A bathhouse for aristocrats. Little better than a cursed brothel.
But there's an unfortunate twist. It appears that Pendleton's own kinsmen stand in our way. The twins, Morgan and Custis. Not only are they controlling Emily, but they have the controlling parliamentary votes we so desperately need.
Yes, the Pendletons have to die. But most importantly, Emily must be brought here safely so we can protect her until the Lord Regent and his entourage have been dealt with.
Okay.
Pendleton's waiting for you on the dock. He's asked to brief you personally. I think it's best.
Alright. So, have a little chat with Pendleton about his relatives. But this is taking quite the interesting turn. We've managed to kill the High Overseer, even if I kind of wish that we'd been able to brand him. I think this went relatively well, all things considered. We managed to kill him, rescued Martin. Curnow ended up dying, though. I still don't understand why the area he was in wasn't considered safe. That just does not make sense to me. Anyways. We're now off to both rescue Emily and didn't take us long to discover where she was being kept, which is certainly going to help our cause, that we managed to get the future Empress back very quickly. But we also have to deal with some of Pendleton's relatives. Let's hope it's not relatives that he's especially close to, or this could be a bit awkward, to say the least.